A few weeks ago, Nike, a content creator for Guild Wars 2, made a little joke talking about how, he was the ArenaNet Guild Wars 2 community manager. It was obviously a joke, but a lot of people didn't actually realize it was not true. And now he has actually made a video addressing this, and it's actually very interesting, and I kind of agree with a lot he has to say. We're gonna go in there, we're gonna see the video, and we're gonna talk about the situation. Subscribe to for more content of this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support me, and of course, subscribe to Nike as well. Link will be in the description of the video. So this is the first tweet where everything started with. This was actually very close to April Fool's, and this is when he essentially started to pretend to be the community manager. I personally found it very, very funny. A lot of people got very, very mad, saying that he was essentially impersonating a dev, but it was obviously clearly a joke, and I don't really think it was that big of a deal. He said, "A new era dawns. Happy to announce on Monday I'll be official Guild Wars 2 community manager. I promise I will be vocal and available to the community. Expect more wise when we do things to anticipate your questions. As far as me personally," and then he talks about his YouTube and everything. Of course, it was actually not really true. And they were not sure if this was right or not, it was real or not. I genuinely can't tell if this is taking the piss, right? There's a lot of people, some people not very, very happy about this. Some people very, very happy because they like him, because he's already a controversial figure. And he's the kind of person who will make a lot of controversies and make people mad in order to get conversation going. I know some people didn't really like this, right? But actually, there were some interesting tweets about him being the community manager for a while, right? You can see here, what can Arena do to help make meta events fail less often on NA in Guild Wars 2? Now, this is obviously a little bit of a joke as well. Because, NA fails all the metas, blah, blah, blah. But, it did spark a good amount of conversation about what actually, what commanders and what people should do in open world. And I think this was actually a very interesting experiment, and I want to see now, we're going to react to the actual video he has over it, and what he did, why he did it, and what the conclusions are, and well, my opinion of course as well.
Hey guys, Nike here. Today I wanted to make a quick video about community management and ArenaNet. So if you're out of the loop, on March 31st, I announced I had been hired by ANET to be the Guild Wars 2 community manager.
That was good.
The response, to understate it greatly, was mixed. As expected, not everybody was on board with the idea, while others were surprisingly supportive, and a large amount of people thought it was all just a big joke. Suffice it to say now, I was not hired by ANET, and I am not the official community manager.
You lied?
Hopefully that news doesn't bum you out. The idea started by...
I'm so sad. I can't believe he would lie to about this. I can't believe he would bait us with such a great amount of news just to say that it's just not true. He could have saved the community. And now look at this. It was just a big joke for him. Ugh. Disgusting.
Someone in Discord asking who the current Guild Wars 2 community manager is, and nobody knew. Ever since Double Tap stopped working for ANET, the position has been empty. And given all the community members who have been hired by ANET recently, I remarked that I should announce I'm taking the position. Everyone thought it was funny, so I made the announcement. Yeah. The fact that it was near April 1st was a coincidence that kind of actually worked against more people believing it.
That's a good point.
Anyway, it all started as a bit of a joke, but I realized along the way that this community badly needs a community manager. It doesn't need to be me, and I definitely don't want the job. But this game is sorely lacking a person in the role who engages each and every day, full-time, with the community on Twitter, on the big Discords, on Reddit, on YouTube comments, and in Twitch chats. And it does not take the job seriously, and it shows.
Yeah, like, honestly, the whole even fashion thing, like, again, like, Ruby was, doing a little bit of a job on the forums, but like, what is even ANET's position on the whole fashion inspect thing? I don't know. I guess we kind of have to, kind of say like, oh, they probably agree with fashion inspect being a thing and that they don't need an opt-in because they haven't done it. But that's about it. I have no idea what actually ANET, actually thinks about this, right? Like, they did not manage the community while it was eating itself out, completely destroying each other during the whole past 2 days. They didn't say anything. They didn't try and manage the thing and make it a bit less destructive. They just let it happen. That probably shouldn't happen, right?
It's a side job for someone in the marketing department now. And 99% of their time is dedicated to marketing stuff and has almost nothing to do with community management. Simply put, they aren't treating it like a position worth investing in, and I consider that to be an incredibly big mistake. ANET ought to look at the work that Bex did with GGG and the Path of Exile community to see what a quality community manager whose job is exclusively to be the community manager can do. It's also important that the CM have a personality and be empowered to express opinions, sometimes strong ones.
Yeah, in some ways, it's kind of crazy because the closest thing we have as a community manager in Guild Wars right now is kind of Grouch, and he's the game director because like he sometimes goes in and says like, guys, this is stupid or whatever, but that's about it. And we do know his personality at least a little bit. So I guess that's a bit nice, but other than that, we don't really have anything. Sometimes we know things like, you know, Roy sometimes will say stuff. You know, I think who's the other guy? The other guy from Balanced, he always sometimes says that on, you know, on Twitch chats, and he hangs out and everything. And this kind of gives a little bit of an impression of and some sort of community management, but that communication has been way less back, you know, this past month, I think, and it really it's not enough, and it's not their job either. To be honest, they're not the community managers; they're just trying to do their best.
The hypothetical CM should understand all the game modes and engage in as many sub-communities as possible.
Yes.
They should be working with content creators to create memorable in-game events on the regular.
Yes. Like when the guild halls things happen, the only person who did something with like guild halls was like me and Lara, right? And like nobody give a fuck about the guild hall thing, even though it's a very, very fun thing to do. Like, oh, you know, do battle royales and little puzzles and stuff like this on the guild halls. And ANET could have done an insanely big thing, giving creators like, you know, rewards or, you know, maybe more decorations or helping them with getting more things for the guild halls and stuff, some giveaways, but they didn't really do anything. Like, why not? This was supposed to be like a big community event and nothing happened. Right? They definitely could have done anything. Like a community manager would have done that, and well, there's nothing, so we didn't get anything.
Actual meaningful engagement. Lastly, this is a message directly for ANET. A lot of people believed that I was the CM, a non-trivial amount.
Holy shit.
That should never happen.
Yes.
The fact that it did should, if nothing else, shine a light on the job you've done, or rather not done, with this position.
Yes.
What I did, simply put, shouldn't have been possible if you were on the ball.
Yes.
Hopefully this is a wake-up call. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.
Guys, go follow, go subscribe to Nike. He's great. He's done some very interesting takes. And this is actually the last point I really resonate with. That is insane that they didn't say anything about it. Like for all we know, and it almost agreed with this being a good joke because they didn't really communicate. Nike is not the community manager. We don't like this. Nobody knew. The only thing we had was like a tweet from Ruby being like, oh, lol, no, he's not the community manager. That's it. And what does that mean? Does that mean that he's out? She's having fun with it? That she, you know, she enjoy this is fucking, you know, oh, that's so funny? Or does she mean that she doesn't like the fact that that he's pretending to be the community manager? Or like, what the fuck? Like, we don't know. And if you really care and you didn't like the fact that Nike was a community manager, why wouldn't you just communicate this to the community, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is insane. Like, I can't even comprehend how they would not think this is important. Specifically as well, if they really don't like Nike, like, as a person, right? Like, why would you want this person, like, you know, representing you in some way? Like, why would you not at least, I'm not saying like you should ban him, but like, why would you not at least communicate? It's insane. It's actually insane. I don't know. But yeah, go, I'll leave the description, you know, the video, and you should show it to other people because it's a very good video, and you should definitely, you should do it. It's a great video. Go, subscribe to him. Look, put the bell on right now. Every time, every video that Nike comes on and does, you put fucking bell in. Fucking do it. And share it to everyone that you know. Boom.